we know actually that Serbian is not an easy language, right? All that concatenation of consonants. My daughters really had problems with promerniati. It's really difficult for the palate of almost any other people. And I'm not going to mention even more complicated words, right? So yeah, it requires effort. But actually, it's one of the best things we can do if we come from Serbia. If we do have connections with Serbia, we are personally, through our families, connected to the country. It really is one of the most important things that we can do, is to learn the language as much as we can, the best we can. Because that is, I mean, it's not a new thesis, but I am pushing it a lot. It's the only thing that really makes us different, you know, that language. Nothing else really makes us different. If you look at the flag, which is the Russian flag upside down, during the Berlin Congress, they couldn't agree actually what's going to be the new Serbian flag. They just flipped it upside down and said, there you go. Not ours, really. Cyrillic alphabet, heavily based on Greek, all Greek, and we were not the first country to adopt it. There were several countries before us. Religions are the same. Most of the things are actually not kind of quite ours, but our language is. Serbian is. There's no other people on the planet that speak Serbian. I teach at 6 different universities and business schools in Europe, including Goldsmiths University here in London. I travel not from Vardar to Triglav, as the old song goes, but from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea, literally, all the way from Poland, all the way to Bulgaria, and everything in between. And whenever I'm in the Balkans, the moment I open my mouth, literally, within probably 2 seconds, no more than 3 words, people know I'm from Serbia. And people who do have experience with Serbia, they would know immediately I'm from Belgrade, not even from Serbia. So, just a fraction of a second, a few tiny sounds, and somebody can immediately put me on the map. That's ours. Nobody else has that. That specific way how we form the sounds, how we pronounce the letters. A few of those are really, the combination of those is what makes Serbian Serbian. And that's that when you read the poetry and the books, when you read fantastic art created in Serbian, it's ours. There's no other Ivo Andrić. There's no other Borislav Pekic on the planet. They wrote in that particular language. And that's it. And that's really something when we face the world, the whole planet, not just here, the whole planet. And they ask us, what is yours? Can you show me what's yours? We can proudly say, yeah, Serbian. Proudly. Supported with all the evidence we need. And that's why it's important. Because that, in so many ways, makes us what we are. I'm just going to finish and say, refer to something else, which is, I do apologize. You know, whenever we want to say something high, we use philosophers. We mention philosophers. Why? Because they are kind of a particular kind of people that, you know, their job, their life is not just job. Their life is to think. And to think about everything that makes us human. Everything that human condition is. From any particular angle. And some of the philosophers did study language, of course. And brought a lot of interesting perspectives and thoughts about what language is, how the language works. And one particular one of them, Wittgenstein, is a famous relatively modern philosopher. He said that sentence that is very often quoted when we think and speak about language. He said, the language is the boundary of my world. We use words to express our world around us. We define things through language. Sometimes we cannot think of things, concepts. We cannot conceive of things without putting them into language. And language actually helps us conceive Israel that way. So language is incredibly important. It creates our world in our minds and creates the world around us as well in so many ways. So understanding Serbian, as Lara said, actually connects us with the whole history of the people. Helps us understand the stories, but not the stories behind the stories. The psychological drivers, the emotional drivers, the historical circumstances, the feelings and everything else that happen in our history and simply as well. The language is the true, real connection. It's the most primal connection. Stronger than anything else in my mind at least. So in that way, congratulations. It's been a fantastic beginning of the journey, but also for some of you, continuation of the journey. And I really hope that you're going to like the language even more as you immerse yourself even more in that, as you discover absolutely brilliant works of art and literature and poems written in that language, enjoying the melody, enjoying the rhythm of the language, enjoying the wordplay in the language, and simply just kind of giving yourself another tool to also understand the world a bit better. Thank you very much.